Hi, this is the new SteelTrak from Keencut. It is designed specifically for the sign making industry. There are several features to it that allow people who are working with multiple substrates to cut those substrates without any kind of debris from the raw stock all the way to the finished product. This cutter is actually 4 cutting tools in one. The first cutting tool, and everything is contained on the cutting head here. The first cutting tool is what's called a dual tungsten carbide shear, and this allows operators to cut 040 aluminum, Dibond, 1/8 inch Sintra, 1/8 inch Masonite, and it does it with a shear. Typically what these materials were traditionally cut on was a saw, which created a rough edge and extra dust. With this trimmer you can cut right to the edge of your graphic. So for example, 4mm Dibond is 2 sheets of aluminum with a solid PVC center. Place the material here. You can grip it down. Your sight line here is your cut line, so you always know where your cut is going to fall. The positive clamping action on our cutter, on our gripper, on our vertical beam allows the operator to adjust the tilt or the angle of the material. For example, if the image is not completely square on the substrate, you can actually cut it at an angle and true off of that edge. So slow, steady pressure, and here's your edge. If you feel the edge, it's nice and smooth and clean. There's no lipping on the substrate, and the reason why that's important is because if you're working with a large flatbed printer, if there was a burr or a lip on the end, the print head would shut down. You would get a default error reading, and you'd have to start the job over. So this eliminates any kind of a lip. One of the reasons why is because the backboards on both sides of the cutter here are level with each other, creating dimensional stability. The second and third and fourth cutting tools are located here. So in order to engage those, we're going to pull the cutting head out, and here your icon indicates which cutting tool is in place. You just simply lift out the head, rotate it, and drop it in. The tool is locked into place. Okay, there's no separate tools or posts that you have to pull in and out. Everything is contained here. The other beauty of this product is that your sight line and your cut line are always going to be identical, no matter what cutting tool that you're working with and regardless of which media that you're working with. So the 3 tools that are on this cutting head are a scoring blade for acrylic, a glass scoring wheel, and a utility blade holder. We use standard medium-duty utility blades for the cutter and for the scoring blade, a plexiglass scoring blade, and a tungsten carbide wheel for the glass wheel. So it can cut up to 1/2 inch thick material. This is your 1/2 inch thick foam board. Place it there, you line up to the edge of where you want it to cut. That clicking noise that you hear is a ratcheting device that allows you to stop it down in 1/8 inch increments. And we'll get into that in a moment. The importance of that ratcheting device is for your denser materials that you're going to want to cut in multiple passes. But for foam board, it's fairly robust. Goes right through it. One pass, get a nice clean edge. Other material that you can cut with your utility blade, this is 1/2 inch thick Sintra, which is a solid PVC, and normally this would be cut with a saw, and you'd end up having to refinish the edge, and you'd also end up creating a lot of dust and debris. So the way that we would cut this material would be in multiple passes. And this is where we're going to use the ratchet device to click it down and do multiple passes. Now the trick with Sintra is to just do slow, steady pressure, not to go too quickly. Otherwise it tends to rip. And we'll try one more pass on it. And here is your edge. Nice, clean, smooth edge. The other two cutting tools on this are your scoring blade for acrylic. And again, one does not have to cut multiple passes when you're scoring acrylic. You could do your score in one pass, and then you could snap your acrylic. So bring it down so that the blade, the scoring blade, nice clean edge. And that's all you need is one pass. You don't need to score it multiple times. And it's the same with glass. Glass again is one pass. You don't need multiple passes with glass. Nice clean edge. You have your production stops on each side. This is your left-handed production stop. It swivels out of the way so that it won't interfere when you slide media in and out. You could set at any distance that you want and lock that in so that when you're bringing materials across, there's no need to pre-measure. This is a real time saver if you're doing 50, 100, 500 sheets of material. That would normally take an hour or two. You could reduce that down to 20 minutes. And it's a virtually maintenance-free. We're the only machine on the market with a 5-year warranty on all parts except for the sightline strips, the blades, and the cutting wheels, and a 20-year warranty on the bearings used in the cutting head. No other machine can match that warranty, so this will give you years of productive use.